Well, it's a miserable day outside and you might even be able to hear the rain from here, so I'm sorry if that's going to interrupt the tutorial at all today. But today I've got a great lesson for you on Sunsetz by Cigarettes After Sex. Now there's a beautiful picking riff at the very start, as well as some good chords for you to practice as well, and a really easy strumming pattern for you. So this is a really good song for you if you're kind of beginning on the guitar, or even if you're a bit more experienced, because there's a good challenge to work on some bar chords, and there's a bit of variety you can bring to the song as well, whether you choose to play full F chords with your bar or partial F chords, so things like that you'll get to experiment with. But otherwise, let me get straight into the tutorial. We're in standard tuning, so if you've got a tuner handy with you, you might just want to check that one. So it's E, A, D, G, B, E. So just make sure you're in tune first, because that's obviously going to be very important to how the song sounds. Now, the intro is going to be a really beautiful picking pattern. It's going to be... So it's quite easy to play really. If you're working on your bar chords, you might just want to practice that a little bit. We're just barring there from the 3rd to the 1st string. So that's on the 5th fret there, so it shouldn't be too hard. If you're struggling there, try not to press too hard because it might tire your fingers out. You just want to be pressing in the right spot, so right up next to that fret. You'll see there that I'm really close to the fret, just up here, but not on top of it because it won't sound great. So right next to it, and I don't need to put as much pressure. So you might just want to experiment there with how much pressure you need to put on the strings. Whereas if you play lower down on the fret, it's quite hard, you've got to press a lot harder. So just in terms of efficiency, you want to be right up next to that fret. Now, we're on the 5th fret, and the first chord, we're going to play that bar, but we're going to add our middle finger onto the 6th fret of the 2nd string. So now it should be just like that. That's 3rd, 2nd, and then 1st string. And so our intro is going to be playing the 2nd string, and then 3rd, and then 1st, and then 3rd. So I'll play that for you slowly, and you might just want to join in with me. Oh, hear that thunder. So that's 2, 3, 1, 3. And try not to mute these strings as you're going as well. You want to let them ring out. So a little bit faster. So just practicing with me. And then the next chord, all you're going to do is take off your middle finger. And exactly the same picking pattern, 2, 3, 1, 3. So middle finger on, 2, 3, 1, 3, and then middle finger off, 2, 3, 1, 3, and then back on. So the whole intro is just going to be doing that, alternating between the chords. So we're just going to keep on playing that for a little while. So it will be... So that's 4 bars so far. So each bar will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 beats on each chord. So we've played 4 bars so far, and then you'll play 4 more bars as the drums come in the recording, and then we'll get into our first verse. Now, as we get into the verse, the chords that you're going to need to know for this, because we're going to start strumming soon, is your F major. So make sure all of those strings are ringing out. If you're struggling with the bar chord, because it can be tough, I understand, you can play an F major with just a partial bar down here on the 1st fret of the 1st and 2nd string. That's an F major, or you can just play from the 4th string. Or if you're really struggling, you can do a little trick that won't sound quite the same, but it's almost there. So all you're going to do is take your index finger off the 1st fret of the 1st string and just place it on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. So now you've got 3rd fret of the 4th string, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, 1st fret of the 2nd string. That's an F major 7. But if you can, You want to play that F major. Then we're going to move on to an A minor. So we've got our open 5th. We're not playing the 6th, remember, so you might want to mute that with your thumb. Open 5th, 2nd fret of the 4th and 3rd, 1st fret of the 2nd, and then open 1st. So that's our A minor. Then you've got a D minor, open 4th, not playing the 6th and 5th string, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, 3rd fret of the 2nd string, 1st fret of the 1st string. That's our D minor, so make sure all of those notes are ringing out. And then finally a C major, which I'm hoping you'll know by now. 5th string is first off, so that's 3rd fret, 2nd fret of the 4th string, open 3rd, 1st fret of the 2nd string, and open 1st. So not playing the 6th string, so that's our C major. So we've got our F major, our A minor, our D minor, and then a C major. Now, the final thing that you'll need to know before we get into the verse is our strumming pattern. Now, what you're going to do here is down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. So, if you want to play that with me, maybe, let's say on your C major, just for the sake of ease, if you're struggling with your F major bar chord, and you'll just play down, 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 up. So that's really it. That's all that you'll need to know so far. So we've got our F major to start off with. And then we're going to move on to our A minor. So that chord change might be hard to make, but a little bit of practice will get you there. So F major. And then onto our D minor. And then a C major. So it's quite easy actually to go through those chords. You'll just need to work on those chord changes if you're struggling with the speed a little bit. So let's start off really slowly. F major, A minor, D minor, C major, F major, D minor, C major. Now you'll notice there that one very quick trick for you as you're changing chords is that up strum. If I keep on holding that F major, it's actually quite hard to change to the A minor. So you can get away with this, the F major, because you don't really hear it, but you don't need to be holding the strings while you strum that up strum. So really, you can't hear that much, so it's quite seamless to do that sort of thing if you're struggling with the chord changes. But otherwise, those are the chords. Let's work on it a little bit more at a faster pace. So that's what our verse is going to sound like. We're going to continue playing that through all of the verse. And actually you'll find that for most of this song, that's all you're going to be playing, your F major, D minor. Now I'm not playing with a pick because I'm quite comfortable playing strumming with my fingers, and it's easier when you're playing these picking patterns as well. Well, I find at least, because I'm quite used to that sort of finger style guitar. You can use a pick if you want, and it's not going to be too hard for you to pick those because it's not fast. And otherwise, the song's not actually that hard to play. Now, if you've enjoyed learning this tutorial, I'd love for you to subscribe so that I know that you're supporting me in that way, and comment below what you'd like to learn next. But that's really all that you need to know for Sunsetz by Cigarettes After Sex. That's a great tutorial for you to learn. I hope you've enjoyed learning this song, and I'll see you next time.